Holland. Sem kakra mikaya. Enuntina wa kom. And the chorus of this one was borrowed from the UB40s. Can't help falling in love. I can't help falling in love with you. Sem be kakra mikaya. Enuntina wa kom. And which way, my name Black Raster, and I have Kojo Addison right here in the house. He's a herbal consultant, or you drawer and kasa, a drawer, and he deals in both spiritual and physical herbal consultancy. My God have mercy, and it's coming all the way from the ADDI Mountains, Obosomasi. Hey, Obosomasi. That is where he's coming from, and that's my girls right here. I'm so happy to have him, and you can see him on Facebook Live right now. He's a smiling gentleman. My brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Everything good?
Perfect.
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, happy
my
to
God.
see you.
So you're coming all the way from Obosomasi?
Yeah.
Obosomasi. It just said, we have some Bosum there, right?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
All right. Well, I'm happy to have you, and I'm so glad. Kojo Addison is your name, right?
Yes.
Kojo Addison. All right. And you are located right there at ADDI, right there at the ADDI Mountains, Obosomasi.
Yeah, ADDI Mountains.
All right. So I hear that you can deal in both, you deal in both spiritual and physical consultancy. I'm interested in the spiritual one. Tell me the spiritual one first.
Well, let me thank you, and again, this opportunity as well. I greet everybody this evening.
Good.
The name is Kojo Addison from ADDI Mountains, Obosomasi. Yeah, talking about the spiritual aspects of herbs. You know, herbs are very, very wonderful things the Almighty planted on this earth. And then if indeed we all know how to use it, I don't think it will be proper seeing me at a shrine or even sometimes going to see the pastor or the hospital.
Wow.
If indeed we are all able to know how to use it and go about it.
Wow. Wow. So you deal in herbs.
Yeah.
And then you also deal in spiritual health, right?
Yes, please.
Ah. All right. Tell me, how did it start for you? How did you become a herbal consultant? How did you develop the interest in herbal medicine?
Well, I would say it's a talent. It's a God's gift. It's a God's gift. So I realized I was having this talent when I was 6 years. So, you know, these our parents, they will tell you it's not good. You have to go to school. You have to be a big man and stuff. So my dad never allowed me to use it. He always says I should go and learn, go to school. So, well, I have to do his wish for him, though. So when I finished, I completed secondary school. I see that this thing, I have to do it because that makes me, that makes who I am, and I'm not shy of who I am. So I have to. So that is where I started using this to work.
What was the talent like at the age of 6? What exactly did you see that was a talent?
What happened was my same dad got sick. Deadly one, of course. We took him everywhere we should take him, but then the sickness wasn't improving. There wasn't any kind of improvement. So I was there one day. I don't know what happened though. I just went to the bush, took some herbs. I didn't know what I took as at now. So I came, I gave it to my mom, and then she obeyed me. She used the herb according to how I instructed. Less than a week.
At the age of 6?
Yeah.
Less than a week, your father was well, right?
Of course.
Interesting. What kind of sickness was your father suffering from?
Actually, it was a spiritual thing.
Spiritual?
Yes, if I could remember, it was a spiritual thing. So, no hospital. Yeah.
So, from the age of 6, you realized that you had a talent for herbs. Do you know how the talent came about?
Actually, I know it's a talent, so I don't think about that.
You don't think about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your talent able to do? Tell me exactly what you are able to do.
I'm able to do anything legal, being physical or spiritual. Anything legal you can think of. Okay, for example, let's take spiritual marriage for that matter. There are some people that will sleep. You see some people having an affair with them. It's a deadly, deadly something. I can do that. I can do that. If you are having a market which is not improving, you want it to improve. Again, marital problems, no matter how it is, I can do it.
Oh, so you're a juju man.
Well, that's how people call me, but then I'm not much bothered about that. I'm happy people call me like that.
Okay. So if somebody has a spiritual marriage, you are able to deal with that. But what is wrong with spiritual marriage? Because I mean, people say sex is nice. So if you fall asleep and somebody comes to have sex with you, is it not nice?
Well, you might think it's nice, but at the end of the day, it destroys your life.
Oh, okay. How?
Okay, let's say I am having that kind of problem, and then I meet a woman. One thing about it, and the first time I have an intercourse with that woman, if that spiritual marriage has been with me for, let's say, 20 years, automatically the woman too is bound for spiritual marriage 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Automatically. That one, if you like it or not. Again, so far as you are also being committed to that kind of problem, you are now going to face a lot of disappointment in your life. There will be nothing like favor, nothing good will come to you. Now, this thing will just proceed to a point that you now get a sickness you can never cure.
Interesting.
At the end of the day, the spirit will kill you, then leave to another person. So it's very, very deadly.
Oh, it must be deadly because it means that if a woman has it and I sleep with this woman and she's been suffering it for the past 20 years, I'm also going to start my 20 years journey.
Automatically.
That is deadly.
Very, very deadly.
Are you able to cure COVID-19?
Well, I think if I'm given the chance, I can.
What would you use? Spiritual means or herbal means?
Well, I think physical means will do.
Physical means?
Yeah, because as I'm sitting here, I can boldly tell the whole public, me, I can cure hole in heart using herbs.
Oh,
HIV AIDS using herbs. Kidney, liver problems, anything.
You are able to cure HIV AIDS?
Yeah.
Have you subjected yourself to the authorities to check whether what you're saying is true or false?
Well, yes, I have. Because I've gotten all my licenses and everything.
And your license says that you're able to cure HIV AIDS?
Very well.
Oh,
I was asked a lot of serious questions.
Where is your license from?
I did it at Kuforidia.
Interesting. So my guest is Kojo Addison. He's a herbal consultant and at the same time he's a juju man. In other words, he is a spiritualist. Oh my God. All right. So if you are suffering from spiritual marriage, he can deal with that. And if you have HIV AIDS, he says he has a certificate and a license to practice as a herbalist who can treat HIV AIDS. At the same time, if you have other spiritual problems, for instance, you're selling things that people are not buying, he can do that. Do you do money doubling too?
Well, I would say yes and no.
But that's a crime.
It's not a crime. For what I do, as I said, I do things which are very legal.
Okay. But in Ghana, money doubling is a crime. If I bring you 200 Ghana cedis and you turn it into 2,000, that's
I said I would say yes and no because what I will use is herbs.
Okay.
And I use wallet to do that.
Oh, wallet.
Yeah. So and I do it for people who are selling actually. So what happens is, in this our world we are living, there are a lot of criminal people around.
Yeah.
So somebody will just come and buy something from you before you realize
your money is gone.
Exactly. So what I do is, if that person come and buy something from you, you add the money to your wallet. Because of the herbs and whatever is inside, it will protect it. So now, whatever money that person will spend will now come to you instead.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But how did you come by the spiritual one too? Because I know that you said you have a talent for herbal medicine. How about the spiritual one? Do you have a certain god bosom that you worship?
Well, in my own knowledge, I don't know anything called bosom.
Oh, okay.
So bosom is something you cherish. ADDI-HERBAL is what we call bosom.
Oh.
So your attire can even be a bosom to you.
That's true.
So I don't know what is bosom. I know there are spirits around. And some of the spirits are very good. If you pray to them, they are going to listen.
So do you speak with some of these spirits?
We do pray. Anyone who prays speaks with spirits.
Okay.
So I do.
That's true. But do you see some of these spirits? Do you see them sometimes?
Sometimes.
And
that is if I want to.
What do they look like?
It depends. It depends. It depends on where you are standing, what you want, and how you want it to be.
Do you see spirits in this studio?
Well, there are spirits everywhere.
Okay.
There are spirits everywhere.
Okay.
So far as air is blowing, we can see spirits everywhere.
Okay. So these are the spirits you employ to do some of these things, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. What is the most difficult thing you have done so far with your, herbal medicine and spiritual thing?
Well, coming to the physical aspect of it, I had this problem of stroke. I stayed with this stroke for about 1.5 years.
You yourself?
No, somebody brought it to
okay.
me. Yeah. And under normal circumstances, less than 31 days, I should be able to cure no matter how the stroke is. But then this one, I stayed with it for 1.5 years. It wasn't easy. But then God being so good, at the end of the day, we got to the root, and then the woman was
So you are able to deal with stroke?
Very well.
Do you go to church or you go to the mosque?
I go to church.
Oh, you're a church man?
Yeah.
Ah.
But then, the truth is, as at now, I don't go to church.
You have refused to go to church?
Yeah.
Why? Jesus is not helping you anymore?
It's not about Jesus. It's about whoever is representing Jesus. That is the main reason why.
Okay. Wow.
Because I saw that, a pastor came to me for spiritual soup that will help bring favor to people.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did this thing for the pastor. In fact, I charged him very less. Before I realized, he had bought a small container, now selling it times 6, times 10, about whatever I charged him. So I realized that this thing you are using to help people, that's the same thing I'm doing here.
That's right.
So what is the essence coming to you to preach to me? I see no essence about that.
I understand that. I understand that clearly. My guest is Kojo Addison, and he's a spiritual and herbal consultant. All right. So you are able to do things to make people get some kind of favor?
Of course. There are herbs, when you mix them, you will get it.
So do you have favor?
I would say yes.
Okay. Are you rich?
Yes, I'm very rich.
Wow. So your bank account is flowing with money?
Of course.
Interesting. His name is Kojo Addison. My God have mercy. He's coming all the way from Obosumasi on the Ebri Mountains. And we're having a chat. We'll be ending in a few seconds. Kojo, tell me, with this herbal medicine that you do, you cure stroke, you take care of spirits and all that, like in spiritual marriage and all that. Now tell me, how do people get in contact with you?
Well, initially, I wasn't taking it serious, as I said. So it was like, I'll see you, I feel like helping you, I help you, to be like, thank you, thing we are doing. So it got to a point, my dad advised me, this thing is a full lot of money.
But he was discouraging you earlier?
Before,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before, he was realizing it is a talent. No matter what he would do, school is not going to help me. I have to do what I brought on this. So he encouraged me that it's a lot of money, so I should take advantage of that. So I started small, talking to people. Sometimes I go to tracks, talk to them. Then I met this woman in my life, and then he advised me to use social media too. So that is where everything started.
And how did you land on the taxi driver show? You should have come here first.
Yes, but I've been to other areas first, and then this same woman I'm talking about led me here.
Interesting. Are you talking about Gina?
Not Gina. Okay. No, there is this woman I cherish very much.
Fire! Is that your wife?
I'm not yet married.
Not married yet. Okay. Now, Kojo Addison, your company is called a Herbal Consult.
Yes, please.
Interesting. I like that. Are you able to take it? This is the last question I'm going to ask you. To take care of sexual weakness?
100%. Even if
Is dead.
the person is impotent,
Wow.
you have no problem.
Do you use herbs or what do you use?
Herbs only. Only herbs. Only herbs. You know, there's this herb common when you are traveling.
Yeah.
You are afraid of accident. You just pluck 3 of it. You put it at your left pocket. That is the one people will just put on themselves. Then car will get accident. They will say, this guy, Waji Ayuredro. No. The power in the herb will just take you out of it.
Wow.
Then you'll be safe.
You'll be safe?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Asthmatic, I can do that.
Do you do for girls?
Well, I know how to do it, but then I don't. I do it for married people, though. Yeah. Because the young guys, you do for them, they'll use it anyhow.
What do you use in doing that? Herbs?
Herbs.
You don't use animal?
No. You know, that thing, even if you have a deep freezer in your house, I can teach you how to do it.
Wow.
There you go.
For girls?
Yeah. You have a fridge, you can get ice block. You can do that. It's very simple.
Wow. And people whose things are not working can still see you and things will work.
Oh, yeah.
I see you have a necklace of a stone and
a shell of a...
Yes. Yeah. A sea creature.
Yeah.
It's a stone, right?
Yeah, it's a stone from the sea.
What kind of stone is it?
Yeah, I took it in a sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it do for you?
A lot. A lot. You know, there are things we don't really respect it, but then it's very powerful. Yeah.
So if I also go into the sea and pick up a stone and put a shell on it and hang it around my neck, would it work for me?
You have to pray over it first. Everything has its own directions. So if you know the direction, there you go. The next time I come here, I can teach you wonderful things chalk can do for us.
Chalk?
Yeah.
Ordinary chalk?
Yeah. It's not ordinary. It can do a lot.
Wow.
A lot. Spiritual things only.
Do you think that we need the COVID-19 vaccine?
For me, I don't think it's necessary.
You
because if the government bring us, if I say us, I mean the herbalists together, the genuine one, of course, I don't think it will be a problem.
How do people get in contact with you, apart from the fact that they can reach you on 0271 01932 0271 01932 How else can they reach you?
Yeah, I have social media platform as well.
Okay.
And Facebook, Herbal Consult, and then YouTube, Herbal Consult TV. I have a lot of video there you can listen to help your own life. You know, it's not everything you will come to me, I'll just take something from you. Sometimes you have to learn and practice on yourself.
Do you give lotto numbers too?
I know how to go about it. So but for me, I'm not interested about that.
Okay. All right. I see. So it means that you actually talk to spirits.
Sometimes.
Do you go to the cemetery sometimes to pray and all that?
Yeah, sometimes when you pray at the cemetery, it goes fast. But then today, when you go there, you are given a different name altogether.
All right. So we'll find time and go into it again. So your Facebook page is called the Herbal Consult, right? Herbal Consult. YouTube Herbal Consult.
TV.
Herbal Consult TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on Twitter?
I'm not.
How about Instagram?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So these are the places you can find him, and you can also call him on
0271 01 9326.
One more time.
0271 01 9326.
I thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Kojo Addison, we thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you. And we hope to be able to do serious business with you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to play you any song of your choice. You can mention any song I played for you. Which one do you want?
Well, I love any song from Kenyatta.
Who?
Kenyatta.
Kofi Kenyatta.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll play something from Kofi Kenata. In the interim, I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you too.
For coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Oh my God. So, Kojo Addison has been my guest right here. And we have been doing our own thing. This is what we do every time. It's known as the Taxi Driver Show. And I love you so much for coming. Thank you so much. We catch you again for another edition, not too long. Very, very soon. I believe we're going to be inviting him again. And then we'll do some more things right here.